Hello everyone, Galactic Seas. We are going to be going over the Forge today. The Forge is the place where we get to fuse or forge cards together to convert them or turn them into NFTs. This will be, I'll try to make this a three-part video. We do need some time to kind of go over how the Forge and converting NFTs and owning them works. To begin with, as you unlock card packs that you earn, you will receive the cards with a gray border area. Once you have two or more, you can fuse or forge. You can fuse both of these cards that have a gray border into a single colored border card that will become your NFT that you will own, that you can eventually put up for sale um, in the market. Now the market. Let's go over. You are connected through Immutable X. Immutable X is the market where you can buy and sell your NFT cards. This is my inventory currently. I do have some cards listed for sale. The prices on those may need to be updated. These are cards that have been either acquired through card packs that I have purchased from ETH that I've earned from the game only. All the cards that I own or that are in my collection currently have all been purchased through cards that I received and fused in the Forge, and that I later sold through the same platform for ETH. Right now, it has been a fully sustainable ecosystem where I have not had to put any of my own personal money in. However, I'd like that to continue to be the case, but I also do want to purchase some card packs of my own from an outside source that is not from within the game ecosystem itself. That's one of my favorite parts about Gods Unchained. Uh, you can start playing the game free to play, use card packs or card decks that are lent to you as until you start to build your own collection, and building your collection will help you have cards that you'll be able to fuse, which then later on you can put on Immutable up for sale. Now, you do need a MetaMask account or another hot wallet. MetaMask is mainly the go-to for Ether transactions or Ethereum. Let's see. Forging. Let's start out with the cards. So, as you play ranked constructed games, you hit next milestone levels. Depending on the level that you're at or what level you're going to be reaching next, you will unlock card packs. This is a neutral core card pack. I did make a card pack opening uh, stream. However, the audio on that was kind of a mess, and I ended up deleting it by accident while I was trying to edit it. So I do want to continue to purchase card packs and then do later card pack reveals in other streams. So collecting these cards, when you open the packs themselves, you will start to acquire your collection, which will be the cards that we saw in the Forge. So, like I mentioned before, the silver ring or gray around the card means that it's not an NFT yet, but you can use the card index to play and continue to earn packs. Once you forge or fuse two cards together, for example, this card right here, if this will ever work with me, here we go, has a gray border around it. This is not fused, is a single card. However, this one is an upgraded card and it is an NFT, and it's a card that you own that you can at this point trade or sell or hang on to, um, or keep in a collection, however you would like to use that NFT. So going back to the Forge, This is where all the card packs that you open will start to appear as you get duplicates of them. Getting duplicates of cards is what's going to help you craft them or fuse them here in the forge. Fusing the cards in the forge will take uh, 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 dust and god coins. God coins are earned by participating in the weekend laddered rank events. The time frame is from Friday. I'm not exactly sure what time it starts, but I believe it ends at 5 in the morning on Monday Pacific time. I am not 100% on the times. You can definitely go back to the Gods Unchained website or Discord for Gods Unchained and check what what the specific times are for that the weekend ladder rank event. It's constructed, so you have to do constructed ranked events. I am gonna fuse a card here just to show you guys the process of fusing and how it works. When it comes to fusing cards, it's something that you may want to. It, I suppose you could fuse any card that you'd like. However, I'd like to see which cards are worth fusing because it does cost it costs god coins and dust as well. Depending on the card, the god coin amount will change. Let's go ahead and see if we can find that card that we wanted to fuse earlier. This is my collection, of course. It's sometimes you'll get multiple cards of one. Um, I'd see this when you have up to 6, so you can fuse 3 of those. Let's double check here. I believe it was dust to dust. So what I do is I reference the market and check for prices and try to dust to dust is that's a mana. That's a. I only have 2 of those. If you do craft 2 cards into one, if you're using these 2 cards in a deck, they will be burned. You will only end up with 1 card, so it'll affect the decks that the cards are in. Oh, Breathing Spirit, that's what it was. How many mana was that? 1 mana? So Breathing Spirit will be a card that I'm going to fuse here for this, the purposes of this video. I really did, I thought I had 3 of those. That's okay. So you select the 2 cards, you click Start Fusing. It costs 40 dust and 0.3 god coins, which will be deducted at the end of the fusing process. The fusing process works like this. We will hit Start Fusing, then we will have to continue our transaction on Immutable. Immutable will then ask to sign a contract through your MetaMask account. I can't get into too much depth with MetaMask. However, if you're familiar with MetaMask and transactions, you'll understand how that works. Basically, you are telling your digital wallet, hey, this is the transaction that we're going to make, and this is what's going to be used to make this transaction happen. So it's costing us God coins and dust in order to fuse the 2 cards together into one NFT that we will earn, that we can hold in our wallet or our Immutable account. So we'll hit Start Fusing. Fusing the cards is permanent. Once complete, there is no turning back. You will be charged flux, and your cards will be destroyed no matter if this succeeds or fails. Don't fret. If it does fail, you can retry fusing from the history screen. This has happened to me before. I have tried to fuse a card and it did not work. Sometimes you also have to understand with fusing the cards and transactions through Immutable and MetaMask, it's not instantaneous. Somebody has to take this packet of the the flux that you're using in God coins, and it has to be written to the blockchain. So that has to be processed. It's a transaction that has to be processed. So sometimes it'll take a few minutes, sometimes it'll take a couple hours, sometimes it'll take maybe a day for you to be able to see your card available in your inventory, and sometimes the transaction will not go through. You can try again, which is what I've had to do with a couple of cards, and it's worked. I haven't had any issues besides the fact that it didn't go through the first time. But uh, re looking at the history and then finding those cards that didn't go through, then trying again has worked. So let's go ahead and begin the fusing with um, 40 flux and the God coin, and this is what it looks like. So you're not done yet. You still need to confirm with your web wallet. The fusing process will continue in your browser. So let's click continue. That'll fling us over to, oh, it's actually the Gods Unchained account for Immutable. Here it's going to ask you to connect your wallet. Go ahead and connect the wallet. Make sure you're signed in and that you're on the mainnet. Here it's asking you to connect the wallet. Connect to the account that you're going to be using for the transaction with the mainnet. That's the Ethereum network. This to access Ethereum on Immutable X, you need to authorize with your Ethereum wallet. A signature request will be sent to your wallet, like I explained before. Only sign requests if you have initiated the action with Immutable X. Meaning, if anybody else sends you a sign request that's not through Immutable, and they're claiming that it's through Immutable, be wary. It's better for you to sign transactions that you've started and you know what you're going to be doing. People can drain your Ethereum accounts. So this is the contract that we're going to sign. You have to do this a couple of times. Signing the contract, you want to confirm. You're going to be deducted zero point 0.3 GOTS from your Immutable X account to cover the charges. You're going to sign the request that you confirmed. And that's it, you're finished. You can click finish or wait a little bit, wait for it to wrap up. Now let's see if it's doing it right now. Usually when you go into the inventory, you will have this no preview card, and that's because, like I explained earlier, it does take time for somebody to take that transaction and process it for you, or for the transaction to be processed and written onto the blockchain. That's why you're seeing this right now. Also, don't expect to fuse the card. Maybe have this take a couple of minutes and then be able to go back to your deck and add it to your deck immediately. There have been times where I've had to wait half a day or maybe even the next day until those cards became available in game on Gods Unchained to be able to add them to our arsenal of cards here. Once that's been fused and it clears and it's written onto the blockchain, you will see it in your collection. This is my current collection, varying from cards that have not been fused to cards that have been fused and cards that have been opened from packs that I've earned. That is that's the process right now for fusing. This is the process that I follow, and I follow this every time. Anytime I want to fuse cards, I check my flux amount, which is the stars. Then I check my GOTS amounts. If I have enough, then I'll process that and then make the fusion. I want to see if I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything important here. This is the history tab. You can see that the transactions have been completed. These are the cards that I have fused. It shows you right here the transaction, the fusing ID, card fused, the cost, and then to which wallet it was fused. So as I said before, depending on the card, that's how much flux and God coins it'll cost you to fuse the cards. Some of them are Wildfire, which is a very, very good card. I actually fused this card and then was able to sell it maybe within 5 minutes of putting it up for sale on the Immutable X platform. It was a very, very good card, netted me some pretty good money, which helped me to in turn be able to go back and purchase card packs through Gods Unchained from the same ETH that I used, that I earned by fusing the card and then selling it. So by fusing that card and then selling it, I was able to purchase the card packs. I was able to purchase a few epic and a legendary pack as well. And right here is the ETH amount. There is also a small ETH fee to process the the transaction as well, for buying the card packs. In a nutshell, with a quick review, that's the Forge part one. I'll see about doing a part two and three just to make sure that I've covered all the bases and I'm not missing anything important. If you do have questions, my handle on Twitter is the same, Galactic Seas. You can go ahead and reach out to me through Twitter and see if I missed anything or you have any questions regarding that. Shoot me a message. Let me know. I can see about answering the questions from there. I have sent and made personal videos for other people for processing the cards or for uh, showing them steps through how to work around the game or kind of clarifying questions the best that I could. So don't be afraid to shoot me a message. I'll get back to you as soon as I can, and we'll go from there. We can keep learning and kind of growing together. Let's build that NFT collection, guys. Thanks for watching.